I'm going to do a quick review of the research process so that you know what you need to do today. And also, if you get stuck during the real research that you're doing, you can come back to this and see where you need to go. First thing, there is a process to research that you need to follow. The first is your guiding question, gathering sources, read and analyze those sources, summarize your sources, cite your sources, determine if you will use them, and to make a claim. This process isn't always so straightforward. Sometimes you end up bouncing back and forth between each step, but these are the pieces of that process that you need to go through. First thing, before you ever get to the question, you need to have a topic that has substance to it. The practice that you're going to do today will be over an assigned topic. When we get to your research paper, you get to choose your topic, but you need to remember that it is something that has to have some substance to it, something that's important and meaningful, and something that we could actually look up and find information about. So, your research question. You have notes that you've already taken over this, so you need to refer to those notes if you don't get enough information on this slide. First thing to remember is that your question is what helps guide you in your research. As you read your research sources, you're using the lens of that question to find answers. And the reason that ultimately you have that question is to have an answer, which becomes your claim in your actual paper. Your claim will become your thesis. So how does this all look? Here is an overview. So you'll have a topic that's of substance. So here's one, dropping of the atomic bomb on Nagasaki. Or your research question narrows this down. What is it specifically that you're looking for? And the question is, was it necessary to drop the second atomic bomb in order to force Japan's rapid surrender? And then, after the research is completed, based upon the research that was gathered, the claim becomes your thesis. Your claim is the answer to that question about that topic. Here's the claim. The United States did not need to drop the second atomic bomb in order to guarantee a rapid Japanese surrender. And so this becomes the focus of the actual paper. But to get to this, we have to have a topic, you have to generate a question, you have to use that question in your research, gathering facts, stories, etc., and then from that you will create your claim. So how do you create a research question when you're given a topic and you don't have a choice on that topic? First thing, begin with what you know about it. If you don't know anything about your topic, remember that's perfectly fine. You will be given topics in your life that you know nothing about. But the first thing to do, if you don't know anything, is really to do a quick search for that topic. And remember, Wikipedia is okay. You cannot use Wikipedia, though, as one of your sources that you actually cite. So if you choose Wikipedia, remember you're just trying to get some information about the topic to help you come up with your question. As you look through that source, no matter what source it might be, you need to stop at the end of each of the paragraphs that you're reading and think of a question that you could ask that could guide your research. Remember, at this stage, if it's a topic you don't know, you're just trying to get ideas, and the best way to do that is to read, stop at each paragraph, ask those questions. Then, when you finished your reading of that article that's giving you information about the topic, look back at the questions that you have written at the end of each paragraph, combine them, see if you can choose the best one. But the best way to come up with a question really is to look at a source and decide what direction you could go with the topic, because most topics you can go a million different directions with. And then as you begin to research, you'll want to tweak that question. So once you start diving into the research, you might find that there's not enough information. There's other aspects of the topic that you want to look at. So you can always tweak that question to make it work. Then remember, one of our objectives is to gather relevant, multiple, authoritative, advanced searches. So remember, use the databases at bentonlibrary.org or Google Scholar or Google Books. Do not do a Google search and do not use Wikipedia. The next step will be to analyze your sources. A couple things to know. We talked about the CRAP test, which is currency, reliability, authority, purpose, and point of view. There's also another process that you could use: relevancy, appropriateness, detail, currency, authority, and bias. This is called RADCAB. And of course, the handbook that you looked at the other day has another process. Here's what I want you to know. It's not so much that you make sure that you follow the CRAP in a specific order or that you do RADCAB in a specific order. The purpose of analyzing your sources is to make sure that they fit your needs and that they're current and they're reliable, and the person who's writing about it does have some authority, and you're just making sure that they're real sources that are something you could actually use. So again, there are all different kinds of processes. I just chose the CRAP test for you because it's the shortest, and it's something that I know you used last year. After you have analyzed your sources, you always want to summarize them, and remember that we have a summary process that you need to follow, and the handout that you see on the screen right now is on the website, and you can go to the website if you need it. You've lost your card copy, and see the process that you need to walk through for summarizing. The last piece, which isn't on the screen here, it's actually blank, I'm not sure why, it should say the CRAP test. So once you've done your summary, this is where you would write your CRAP test. Okay, so after you do your summary, you cite your sources, and I'm going to give you an option. You can use EasyBib or you can use the Writer's Handbook. It doesn't really matter to me. If you want to use EasyBib but you can't remember how to use it, go back to the video that I created for you on January 24th. You can see it there. You can refer to it to refresh your memory. So today, what you're doing is a practice run on the research. You're going to work in pairs, or you can work alone. If you want to group up 3 people, that is fine, but no more than 3 to a group. Your assigned topic is body image and the media, and you are going to, 1, write a research question about that topic, locate 3 sources, read and analyze those sources, summarize those sources, create a citation, and then you're going to choose the one of those 3 sources that you think would answer your question and why. You'll make a claim about that. Last thing I want you to know, you have today and Wednesday to work on this. By the end of class on Wednesday, everything that I just said above, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 need to be completed. You can decide how you want to do this together. You can do it in a Google Doc that you share with everyone in your group members folder so that you can all work on this at the same time. You can do it by hand. It doesn't matter to me. But what I'm going to ask you to do now is to open your computers and go to our website and look at this screen again so that you understand what you're supposed to be doing. Today, if you get stuck, please ask, but I want you to walk through the processes that we've already talked about, refer to your notes, and if you've done all of those things and still can't figure out what you're supposed to do, then you can ask me. But I really want you to try to run through this on your own to see what bumps you run into. Good luck and have fun.